Hi, good morning everyone. It's Bobby. Welcome back to my channel for another video. I thought today we would do kind of like a last flip of 2025. Next week is Christmas and the following week is New Year's. So, the time between Christmas and New Year's, I have scheduled to do like my 2026 setup and revamp, all that kind of stuff just to make, my book ready for 2026. So if you want to see my final flip for 2025, stay tuned. So this is my book. If you're new, I'm in a Moterm Personal Wide Luxe in the color Pebble Quartz. It's a gorgeous, like light pink color. I don't know, it's just amazing. I love the color. I will say it does give me some sort of anxiety knowing that this could get dirty, and because it's light, it would really show the spots, but try not to let that get to me. Anyway, so let's get into the flip through. I have not covered up anything. I have not prepped for this video at all. So, let's get right to it. I'm sorry, I have hair shedding everywhere. Anyway, so, in the front, I just have my Ollie clip. This is the pink ombre Ollie clip. So, I purchased this several years ago from Etsy. So, when you open it up, on the inside, you've got my paper clip here, my buffalo plaid, weekly planning routine, my if found, and in case of emergency, and then I have an appointment card for my husband there. In the back secretarial flap, I've got my masking patches from Stylogy. My husband got me these, pardon me, for Christmas last year. So, and in the front pocket here, I just have some plan markers. I got these from Mochi Things. I think it's been, gosh, 6-7 years ago, I think, that I got those. I don't use them very often, but I do keep them in here. And in my zippered pocket, pretty much the same stuff as before. I just keep a refill for my pen. It's the Pentel Energel 0.3 needle tip. Then I have some Planner Kate samplers. This is a sticky notepad from Peanuts Planner Co. I used to use these for my meal planning. I would write the day of the week here and then the meal. I don't use these much anymore, but I still like to keep them. Like I said, Planner Kate samplers, stickers. I don't use these a whole lot, as you can tell, but they're still nice to keep there. Sticky notepad that I got from the Target Dollar Spot many years ago. And then our cloth and paper card. This says ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. So I think this came in a planner that I purchased like off a buy sell trade group, but I don't remember. So I only know it's cloth and paper because it says so on the card. So, oh, let me put this away. So all of that stays in my zipper pocket in the event that I need, if I run out of ink while I'm out of the house or whatever. So my fly leaf is here. I don't have anything in the slip pocket. The pen that I'm using is the Tool pen. It's just the barrel. I've replaced it with the Pentel 0.3 nib ink refill. So, because I write so large. Okay, so the front here, this is a cutting mat that I got at Dollar Tree. And I just cut it down, rounded the corners, and punched it, But I still haven't put a sticker on here to say, to indicate that we're done with November. But, we all know that. So this yearly overview is from Plan with B. It's a free printable, so I just printed it out. I did put some stickers, some floral stickers on here just to add a little something to it. It was kind of plain. So behind that is my perpetual calendar. This is a printable PDF, fillable PDF. I got this from Hey Planner Girl. I don't know if I've already said that or not. Anyway, but I just fill in birthdays and anniversaries. I don't have anything on the back. And then I get into my monthly calendars. These are the ones that I made myself. So using the Affinity Publisher, I had a free trial for 6 months. So I just busted through and I made a couple of inserts. So on the front, so this is a month on 4 page. Okay. So, goodness. All right. So on the front, the first page is like important dates. If I've got something coming up, you know, birthday party, event, a bill, something. And then pages 2 and 3 are the actual calendar pages. And again, I write so large, so I need space to write things. Not that I have a whole lot going on, but in the event that I do, I want to have the room that I need to write. And then on the back is a master monthly task list. This is, you know, the things that I want to accomplish that month. Now, in January, I seem to go pretty well with it, but I just, I don't know, I keep falling off with task lists and trackers, as you'll see as we go through. So I've got all the years in here, the whole year, also all the months, you know, so, and I just threw like the month stickers on them, you know, so, because I didn't think to put the month on there when I created the inserts or printed them, so I just had to throw that. And anyway, so my monthly section, my monthly tab goes to the month that we're on, you know, so I can just flip right to that page. So I don't have anything, well, 2026 insert, and I already bought this timed weekly insert. Just got some random ass email address there. I think it's for the dentist, so ignore that. Anyway, and then I have a top loading envelope. This is from Filofax. This is for personal size. I used to keep it in my big back pocket, but all the things that I kept in my front pocket, this bow, my phoenix, my wedding vows, you know, I wanted to protect them. So I just put them in this top loading envelope and just put it inside in my rings. So my next section is my inbox. I got this card from Planner Press. It says, how your life feels is more important than how your life looks. Isn't that the truth? Because my life can look like a shit show, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. So, anyway, so this is my inbox, my trigger list from Brown Plans. I found this on her Instagram many moons ago, but I can't find it anymore anywhere, and I've looked. So, on the back of that, I have the Getting Things Done flow chart. So, I met my husband in 2022. We were both going through a divorce, so these are just, like, firsts, you know, like, important dates that I wanted to remember. Yeah, our budget, which nobody wants to see. I started working out some planner stuff, discussion points, YouTube, you know, work from home schedule, my Notion stuff, and then blank pages. These are the floral notes pages from SM Plans. I believe the collection is 2021, but I'm not sure. They're on her website. The next section is, well, after my notes, I have the little girl with the coffee. If you're familiar with my Moxie Dreams, you've seen this on her YouTube several times. So then I get in my to-do section. This is just like a running list of to-dos that I have. You know, when I sit down and do my weekly planning, I like to pull from this list to see if I can get anything done from that list in that particular week. And it's just, some people would say, you know, you should put this in your inbox section, but I need to separate it out. Inbox to me is when I have like some random idea that I want to expand on. So like I will write, so like say I'm mapping out a project Okay. So, you know, I will write down the idea. I'll write down the steps that I need to take in order to, you know, have that idea come to fruition and, you know, go from there. But this is like, these are like things if I've just sitting around like looking at TV and I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to do that. Oh, pardon me. Or I need to get this done, or I need to get that done. That's where they go. Unless they're day and time specific. So if it's just a random, I can do any time kind of thing, they go on this list. Okay? And then I have several pages, you know, in here. These pages are from SM Plans, or her notes pages. I just removed the notes header that she had at the top. Okay, the next section is, oh, well, I got stuff in between. So, I found these on Pinterest. I just downloaded them, put them into Canva, cut, punched, you know, laminated. Sarcasm, I sprinkle that shit on everything, and then keep calm and fuck off, because I just don't give a shit anymore. This is a business card insert, business card holder from Filofax. Again, it's in the personal size. I used to keep it in my big back pocket, but I don't anymore. I have a picture of my husband and I, my library card, and then this was when my youngest son was in like high school, something like that, 2021. So I think he was like a junior in high school. I don't know. And then I have some family photos on the back. My niece, and then my husband, bonus daughter, my granddaughter, me, and her. I keep my health insurance cards in here too, but we had to use them the other day when my husband had an appointment, and I just haven't put them back in here yet. So my next section is my work section. You know, I work from home now, so this is just a running list of, like a running to-do list, kind of like my to-do section. And then this is my projects, you know, so with the action steps. And these are the notes that I took during the call that I broke down into these steps. This is from Watch Back a Plan, this insert. This is from, this list insert is from, what is that, Planner Room? Yeah, Planner Room. So, and it just has the little circles, you know, to check things off. So, anyway. So, that's that. And then, I have a waiting on list, and who I'm waiting on it from. If it's highlighted, it's complete. I don't gotta worry about it. But I'm just, you know, I just need to keep track of things that I'm waiting on. And because it's very easy, you know, to send off an email with a question and then forget about it later. And then I have some more of those floral sheets from SM Plans, you know, to jot down notes, you know, things like that. Let's see. And then in the back, I wasn't sure if the Watch Back a Plan insert was going to work or if I was going to use this one, so I printed this out anyway. This is the task management insert from Peanuts Planner Co. I don't know the number, so sorry. So what I would do here is I would put the name of the project here, and then the action steps in here to complete that project. And then over here, if it was done, I just write done, and move on. I did print them front and back, but you'll notice that they're printed upside down because I want the current page to be at the front. So if I'm writing on it like this and this is filled up, instead of flipping it over and having to write on the back, I just flip it upside down. And then this page is currently what I need to be looking at. Does that make sense? So I have a couple of those in here. Let's see. And then I've got another waiting on, and then another notes, or, you know, our to-do list. This is my weekly section. I do print the sticky notes from Plan with B for this week. I use them to jot down things that I need for the following week. And then I just stick it on that week's insert. So that way it's there when I go to plan for that week. Okay, so and I have, you know, front and back. So this is the current week that we're on. This is my shopping list, Hobonichi paper. This is the week that we're on. My page marker here. The weekly inserts I'm using are the week on 2 page with checklist by Haru Plans on Etsy. I love these inserts. I have my meal plan down here. My husband and I sit down once a week and we figure that out. And then I go to the grocery store. So this is the next week. This is the week of Christmas. So this is how I use my this week's sticky notes. So I've got my husband has an appointment on Christmas Eve for the dentist. So lucky him. So I just jot that down. So when I sit down and do my planning, I know to put that on the 24th. Okay, and then I get into my daily section. Again, I just found this on Pinterest. Downloaded, printed, laminated, cut, punched. On the back, it's just like a little dashboard. I've got a doctor's appointment, or not a doctor's appointment, but a doctor's office that was recommended to me, and then a couple of page flags, so in case I need them. When I was working outside the house, I was using the timed daily page with the to-do list and top 3. I made this insert again on Affinity Designer, but I moved away from that, and then I was using the grid. I made these as well on the Affinity Designer, Publisher, or whatever it's called. I don't know. So I just, just like a basic running to-do list. So, and then my page marker here. Oh, wait a second, guys. I gotta put my grocery list back. I have to pick up my groceries this morning from Walmart, so I need to make sure that everything is there. Anyway, so my page marker is from Franklin Covey. It does have, you can put stuff in it, which is where I've got this photo strip. And I have this put in here upside down because I like my tab for my daily page marker to be at the bottom. So, yesterday's to-do list, and then my routine schedule, PM routine, and weekly reset. I'm not sure this is going to stay here, but it's here for the time being. Today's list, that probably won't happen. And then I just have, some extras. If you watched my last video, I was talking about doing away with daily inserts, but I noticed that I really can't right now. So, for me, I need to see everything written down. Do you know what I mean? So I can make the big points, on my weekly page or my weekly insert, and then I can make a small to-do list here. But there are things that I need to do or I want to do throughout the course of a day. Whether it gets done or not is not the point, but I just write it down so I can see what I need to do. I mean, none of it is so important that if it doesn't get done that day, the world is going to come to an end. But, I just need to, here, fold clothes, put clothes away. That's been on my list for a week. I just don't care. Nobody sees what I look like, I want to go to Marshall's, but that's not a big deal either. Food inventory, I'll probably do that today when I get back from picking up my groceries. I'm already in the space. I'm already in the mindset. So, but I don't know. I need to have everything written. Pardon me. I need to have everything written down. My next section is my home section. This is where I keep my cleaning checklist. I made this on Canva. So this is everything that I do. Daily brew is why I'm waiting for my coffee to brew in the morning. So I don't really wash dishes, so I need to change this. I usually just put the dishes away. I do make my bed. I do clean up the cat area. I clean the counters. I don't sweep the floors. So again, I need to change this. I do need to make a daily cleaning. You know what I mean? So maybe I can just shift this annual seasonal over, move monthly down, and put daily underneath there. I don't know. This might all change anyway come the first of the year, or when I sit down to plan out how I want my book to function for 2026. Then behind that, I have a family meal ideas. Again, I made this on Canva, but I did make it with some extra spots so I can just write in meals. We've been trying a lot of TikTok recipes lately. Some of them are really good. And if they're good, I'll write them down. We'll make them again. And then when this gets filled up with gets filled in, I'll go back to Canva and then retype all that information and then put some stuff on the back, you know? So, meal plan insert, I made these. I don't know if I made these in Canva or in the Affinity. I think it was Affinity. But anyway, I did the same thing here where I printed it upside down. So that, you know, I'm always looking at the current week. So this is the week of the 15th, which is what we're on. So when I sit down to do next week's meal plan, I'll just pull this out and flip it over. I don't want to have to just go to the back and write. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always want the current week. And with regard to specific inserts, I always want the current week to be showing. So when I flip to this section, I don't want to look at this and be like, oh, okay, yeah, we're supposed to do that. But no, it's, you know, the week before. So, and when I sit down and when my husband and I sit down to do this, I usually make my grocery list over here. So, like for sausage and rice, if, you know, like I needed to get the sausage, I would have written sausage over here. Stuffed peppers, I needed peppers, so I would have written peppers over here. But I had my grocery list, you know, my shopping list page out as we were doing this. So I didn't write it here and then turn around and write it there. Normally that's what I do. I get out this one insert, we sit down, we figure out the meals, and then I run like a mental inventory check of what we have versus what we need. And then what we need, I write down here. So I have a few of those, you know, a couple more weeks. And then this is my master monthly, my master grocery list. I don't know why I want to say master monthly, but it's just, I found this on the internet. It was in a Word document, so I, downloaded it. I edited some of the things out that we don't eat. I added some stuff that we do. It's just a nice reference for when I'm, planning a grocery trip. I can look and see like, oh, okay, I'm gonna need trash bags, because I'll forget about that until I go to grab a trash bag and I only have one or none. And then I'm like, oh crap, I have to go to the grocery store, or I have to go to the Walmart. So, and I know that we're going to need grocery bags. Gosh, I know we're going to need garbage bags in the next couple of weeks. So, next is my personal section. Again, found this image on Pinterest, and I just printed it and downloaded. I think I'm going to take this out for 2026. I don't look at it. I don't care anymore. Sorry about that. But I saw this on, Talks from the Heart, Robin's channel. Okie Plans had an insert like this. So I was just like, okay, well, let me just recreate it in Canva. So that's what I did. My word for 2025 was happiness. And, I gave the definition. And then I found a quote based on that. My word for 2026 will be revealed, soon. And, I'll create like a similar insert. And I think what I might do is I might put this here. So like as soon as I flip to my personal section, I see my word of the year. I don't know. I have to figure it out. Behind that is gratitude journal. These are from SM Plans. I haven't used these in forever, so whatever. I'll get back into that eventually. Habit tracker from SM Plans. Started off strong for first, 3 days, I guess. I don't know. But I'll go back through my weeklies and just check them off. I do want to get better with these, so that's one of the things I'm going to be working on next year. So, and then I have another list insert from Watch Back a Plan. State of the Union. This is what my husband and I do, to check in with one another on a regular basis. Another habit tracker, a couple more habit trackers, They're blank, of course. Then we have my health section. This is kind of like a little mantra. I am grounded, abundant, and aligned with my true purpose. I attract success, love, and stability into my life with ease. I trust the process and am patient as I build my future. So this is what I want to be, So I just printed this on, made this in Canva, put it on a background, and put some stuff on the back. Then I've got my health log. We're not going to get into that because it's, obviously it's personal. Then I've got this fold out calendar thing that I made in Affinity. I was going to use this. My intention this year was to use it to record my weight. And I did a couple of times, but I've never been consistent with it. But I think I'm going to do it again in 2026. It's time to get my ass in gear, y'all. Get serious about this stuff. But you'll see what I'm talking about when I sit down to do my 2026 planning. This is from the Peanuts Planner Co. yearly bundle. It's the month or the year on, I don't know what it's called, but it's from the yearly bundle. So I was thinking about using this. This is also from the yearly bundle as well. I don't know how I'm going to use this, but I think I want to use this to track like the miles I walk, whether it be on the treadmill or outside, because my Apple Watch does keep track of that stuff. So I think that's what I might use that for in 2026. No idea yet. Maybe like a monthly recap. Since there's a little spot to write a paragraph. I don't know. Glycemic index food chart. I just Googled an image, put it in Canva, printed it. Same way with the ultimate protein list, and then the protein food chart, and the heart healthy diet food chart. So I just really need to get into those. So figure it out. The next is my lists. So this is a 3-column sorted list from Peanuts Planner Co. So I just put to buy and then where to buy it from, either Walmart, Amazon, or other. Okay. If it's highlighted, it's purchased already. So the only thing not highlighted is this Girl Talk font. So, and I don't even know if I want to buy that anymore. Vehicle maintenance log for my husband's truck. And then for my car. And then pet information for baby cat. This is my Tombow color chart. So, that way you know what color is which for the number. Okay, then I have a piece of acetate. And then this picture I found on Pinterest, I just printed it on vellum. So, whoops. Finance, you don't need to see that. But these are the check registers from SM Plans. And then behind this, I've got, hang on. See, I told you I didn't cover anything. Behind this, I've got another cutting mat that I cut down. It acts as like a page lifter. Christmas list, tax bill, water bill. Stuff like that. Then a photo strip. Another one of my husband and I. Resizing inserts. And the only thing I've got in the big back pocket is, sorry guys, my lights keep flickering and I don't know what's going on. It's like receipts from service, where we got our vehicles serviced, and like bills, other stuff like that. In the back flap, I have Paper Panda, Paper Panda stickers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, these are bent. Oh gosh, guys. So anyway, there's that. I haven't used these at all, so let me just... And then I've got some big dots I got from Mochi Things as well. Let me just switch these over. I don't know what's going on with the electricity, y'all. I don't know if it's rain. Our bills aren't even due yet, and it's been paid, so better figure that shit out. As expensive as electricity is, it better not be shut off. Anyway, so, and then, my Tombow is over here. I'm using 800, which is like baby pink, and that's it. That's all I got. Oh, wait a minute, there's something in here. Oh, my task cards that I don't use, but I'm terrified to change just in case I might go back to them. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, final flip of 2025 is complete. I'm hoping to sit down and do my next video with you guys, where, you know, we write out 2026, but I'm not sure when that would be. I'm just like winging some shit over here. So anyway, final flip of 2025 in my personal wide. What size planner are you in? What are you going into 2026 with? Are you thinking about changing sizes, changing types, like going from a ring to a bound or a bound to a ring? You know, I want to know. I want to know, like, what's, you know, what's been working for you, what hasn't been working for you, what are you excited about in 2026 planning wise? And, you know, we'll go for there. For me personally, personal wide is it for me. You know, if you ever hear me talk about going into a bound book or going down to a personal wide, going down to a personal size, just remind me that I always go back to personal wide after like 24 hours so I don't waste my money. Okay? All right. Well, if I don't see you or talk to you beforehand, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate. Happy Hanukkah if you're Jewish. You know, happy Kwanzaa. You know, whatever the case may be. Just, you know, happy holidays to everyone. And I hope you get to enjoy some much needed rest and time with those you love the most. Stay safe, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.